All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Tennessee Titans. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. They'll start out here with the option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. They go play action. Mayfield. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Sean Lee. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he slides to avoid the hit. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here go 46.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here go 46. Here go 46. 46.
Prescott now on 2nd down. A dump off to Elliott. Pushing his way through. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here go 46, 46. Gun. 56.
1st down, Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now let's go. Boom, now 56. 56. Watch him now, Barney.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. That good for 19 and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Andre Howe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. They find some open field here. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
46.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Switch and hey. Hey, move. 46. Gun. Start there, over here. Over here. Start there. 46.
Prescott to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. A first down carry here for Johnson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Mayfield now on second down. Flush to his right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 46. 46. 47. Then we're going to 53. Switch, and 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll come up now with a clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first.
46.
On second down, Elliott. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out.
Switch and 8. 46. 41's the will. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Caught right side, Tate. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield. On
3rd down, Mayfield. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And when a free safety goes like he did there, he better be sure he's going to be able to make a play.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, because I have a feeling that the defensive coordinator and head coach are on the sideline screaming, no, no, no. Good play.
Yeah, good job, buddy. This is taken at the 18. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That one complete. Elliott. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
46. Switch and 8. Here we go, 46. Got it. 26.
Second down, Prescott. He finds Hearns left side. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Dak finding the former Jag Hearns for the Dallas first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Tackle made by Brian Orakpo.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He finds his target, it's Schultz. That throw good for only a couple, it brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here we go, 46. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll run the option right here on 1st down. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. On second down, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Titans on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. Out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
46.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
You go 46. You go 47. 46.
On 1st and 10, Prescott completes it to Hearns. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
You go 46. You go 47. You go 46. You go 46. 46.
Prescott on first down. Wilson snags it left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Get up. You go 46.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Out to the right here to Wilson. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Get up. You go 46. 46. 41's the will. 46.
Prescott from the gun. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now a handoff. Johnson. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Leopard! Leopard!
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. Now it's Wilson. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47. Gun. Hey, 47. There we go, going to 53. 26.
Here's Prescott. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing. Prescott. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, Mayfield. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
No. Check. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 9 yards on the 1st down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, Gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Detroit!
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line linebackers really work well together.
And Suckup will put this one right through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Well, some good news, partner. We will not have a scoreless tie as we finally get our first points of the contest here in quarter 3.
Yeah, just a field goal, but with the way those defenses ruled in the first half, that could be a big three-point play right there, couldn't it?
Now it's Wilson. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
46. Go. Get out there. 26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Burns brings it in. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Good. Hey, 47. Move. 26.
Now Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Mayfield looks to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw, Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And out now come the Cowboys. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
46. Start there, over there. Start there. Swing to the field. Right, gun. To the right. Switch to the right. Here you go. 47. Here we go. 47. Over there. Start there. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 46.
10th carry now for Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Let's go, get out. Go 46. 47. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. Jonathan Cyprien there defensively to make the play.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun!
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Titans on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Elliott, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. 23 yards on the play. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Sweat. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 26.
To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. A first down carry by Elliott. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Gun. Here we go, 46. Sweats and 8. Then we're going to 53. Sweats and 8. 47. 26.
2nd down, Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schultz. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Here we go, 46.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46, 46. Then we'll go into 53. Here you go. Right there, over there. Over there. Right there.
He's back to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Hey, 47. Here we go, 46.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal.
46.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal.
Here we go, 46, 46. 46.
They get it to him running left. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game.
Good. 46. Switch. Back there, over there. Back there. 26.
Back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that. But also, you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. They'll look to throw. That escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Cowboys, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.